Okay, now see here, this is the next problem that we are taking up. So what we are asked to do is we have to identify the given signal as power signal or energy signal. And if it's a power signal, then we have to find out the power of that particular signal. And if it's an energy signal, we have to find out the energy of that signal. It's just that. Fine. Now, how to identify whether a signal is energy signal or power signal? Okay, so let me just recall again. See here, the energy signals are energy signals need to satisfy two things. What is that? The first thing is it should be non-periodic. Okay, and the second thing that it has to satisfy is it has to be deterministic. It has to be both. Then only it can be an energy signal. Okay, for power signal, just one condition is sufficient. If the signal satisfies one condition, that is sufficient to say it's a power signal. What is that? The signal has to be periodic or random. Understand that? Okay, and if we take the length of this energy and power signal, everybody just see here, the length of energy signal is finite. It's a finite length signal. Whereas if you take periodic, okay, it is infinite length signal. So seeing the length also we can identify whether a signal is energy signal or power signal. Understand that? Now, seeing these conditions, can you tell me, can this be an energy signal? Seeing these conditions. So which condition is not true with this? If we don't understand whether it is non-periodic or deterministic, we can just try understand whether it has finite length or infinite length. So what is the length of the signal? Anybody can you comment on that? What is the length of this signal? It is infinite length. How do we say it is infinite length? See here, it says it is dot 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 here and dot 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 here, which means to say that it extends from minus infinity to plus infinity. Understand that? It is extending from, so it very clearly says it is infinite length. Now, when it is infinite length, it is not an energy signal is what we understand. Okay, so is it periodic is what we need to, so it's not an energy signal, that is sure. Now, if it is not energy, can it be a power signal? Okay, so for that to be a power signal, this has to be periodic or random. So this is not random because it's very repetitive in nature. Fine. And since it is repetitive in nature and since it is repeating for infinite number of times, this is a periodic signal. Okay, and every periodic signal will have what? Will have the fundamental period. Okay, so this is periodic and it is repeating after how many seconds? Can you just tell me that? Can you tell me the fundamental period of this? Just see and tell me the fundamental period. Anybody? See here, it starts here. There is the one pattern which goes to the maximum and from the maximum it comes to the minimum. So this is one pattern. See, after this point, the same pattern is coming back. Again, the same pattern repeats. Again, the same pattern repeats and it keeps repeating up to infinity. Okay, so what is the duration of that particular pattern? It is 0.2 seconds. Okay, so after every 0.2 seconds, that particular pattern is repeating. So in that sense, this is a periodic signal. Okay, and since this is a periodic signal, this signal is power signal. And since this is a power signal, we have to be finding out the power of this particular signal. Is that understood, everybody? Fine. So let's write that now. Everybody just take this. In the solution, let's say that since x of t is periodic, everybody just take down periodic with fundamental period t equal to, let's say t, because in that equation t is the fundamental period, with fundamental period t equal to how many seconds? 0.2 seconds. Okay. Therefore, we can say x of t is a power signal. X of t is a power signal. So therefore, what is the power of the signal is what we need to see. Now, understand this is continuous time signal. So we do this 1 by t times, okay, t ranging from 0 to t, x squared t dt. So these are the equations that we have seen in the previous session. Understand? Now, in place of t, you need to substitute 0.2. Now again, see here, from 0 to 0.2, it is not having the same line. Okay. Now, we have to obtain the equation for this line. So this is one line, and this line extends from 0 to 0.1. And there is another line which extends from 0.1 to 0.2. So again, I need to split this particular signal. Understand that? So how to do it? See here, everybody. So this power can be written as 1 by 0.2 because fundamental period is 0.2 seconds. So you can write where t is fundamental period. Okay. So that is 0.2. So it is 0 to 0.2 x squared t dt. Fine. But throughout it's not the same. The equation for x of t is not the same. So what shall we do? We shall do this 1 by 0.2. Okay. Then let's open this. From 0 to 0.1. Okay. We have one equation for x squared of t. And from 0.1 to 0.2, we have another equation for x squared of t. Okay, so we need to now find out the equations for x of t, okay, for this and this. So which equation we need to be using for finding the equation for these two lines? Line equation. So what is the line equation? Anybody? Just see here. See here. To obtain the x, to obtain the mathematical expression for x of t, let's consider the line equation. What is that line equation? See here, everybody. It's y minus y1. This we have seen when we were dealing with waveform synthesis in Laplace transform topic in network analysis. Okay, so you can use the same equation here also. So it's x minus x1 equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this is the line equation. Now what is y-axis here? Everybody see the what is y-axis? Y-axis is x of t. What is x-axis? X-axis is time. Understand that? So we can say y-axis is x of t. Okay, and so y is x of t. So what is this x-axis? X-axis is t. Okay, now we need to find out x1 when. What is that? We need to find out the equation for line. We need to consider 2 points. So let's consider these 2 points. Okay, so what is this point? It's 0, 0.1. Okay, what is this point? It's 0.1, 1. How do we say that? So this is x is 0. This is y is what? Oh, sorry, what is y here? I wrote it wrong.
-1.
Yeah, y is -1. So this is, let's say this is x1, y1, and let's say this is x2, y2. Understand that? So now if you substitute that here in the equation, okay, so what is that you're going to get? So what is y1 there? Y1 is -1. So let's do that. Y1 is -1. Okay, and x1 is 0. Fine. What is x2, y2? X2, y2 is 0.1 and 1. 0.1 and 1. 0.1 is x and 1 is y2. Okay, minus of -1 minus 0. Is that okay with you? So if you do this, we can obtain the equation for the particular line. Okay. So mute yourself. I'm not able to do it. Yeah. Now, everybody, see here. So this is the equation that we have obtained for the line which is ranging from 0 to 0.1. This is the line. So what is the equation for that? For that, the equation is, so this implies that x of t is what? Everybody just take down this 20 t minus 1. Okay, and from where to where? It is this for t greater than 0 and less than 0.1. Okay, so this is what is the equation for x of t, okay, which is 20t minus 1. Now similarly we can obtain x of t is what? For the second line, it's minus 20t, okay, plus 3 for t greater than 0.1 and less than 0.2. So what we obtained is, we obtained here, see, this line is 20t minus 1, this line, and this line is minus 20t minus plus 3. Okay, so therefore what we can do is this. So therefore the equation for x of t can be written as 20t minus 1 for t greater than 0 less than 0.1. Okay, and it is minus 20t plus 3, okay, for t greater than 0.1 and less than 0.2. Is this okay with you? So now here we need to substitute that. Okay, so let's call this as equation number 1. Everybody call this as equation number 1. Okay, substituting in equation number 1, okay, we can obtain the power. Now, substituting x of t in equation 1 implies power P is given by 1 by 0.2, okay, integration 0 to 0.1. What is x of t? X of t is 20t minus 1. See here, 0 to 0.1, it is 20t minus 1. And there is square, mind you. This square near should not be forgotten. dt. Okay. Plus, we have another range which goes from 0.1 to 0.2. And from 0.1 to 0.2, okay, it is minus 20t plus 3. And in the equation, it is square of that, minus 20t, okay, plus 3 squared dt. Fine. Now you have to solve for this. Fine. I'll not go with solving this. Okay, you can leave space and see that your power would come as 1 by 3 1. Just take down this and work this out. Work this out yourself. And you should get that to be 1 by 3 watts. Understand that? So since what we have done, since this is a periodic signal, we can say it is power signal. Since it is power signal, we have found out the power of that. Okay. In this equation, T is the fundamental period. Okay. Now, with these calculations, we obtained the equation for x of t, and that we have substituted here to obtain the power to be 1 by 3 watts. Is that okay with you? So leave space and do it yourself. I've given you the answer. See how it is going to be 1 by 3. Is that okay with you? Now let's take problem number 6, everybody. Problem number 6. Okay, copy it down fast. See here, in this problem, a signal is given whose amplitude is 1 from -4 to +4, and there is a line which is this from -5 to -4, and there is another line from 4 to 5. So there are 3 parts in this particular signal, given signal. Now, seeing this signal, can you tell me whether this is a power signal or energy signal? Anybody? This is power or energy. Now, seeing the length, one thing can be understood, that it is a finite length signal. And no power signal can be a finite length signal. All power signals are infinite length signals. So it is not a power signal is understood. But if it is not a power signal, we have to test for whether it's an energy signal or not. And for this to be an energy signal, this has to be non-periodic and deterministic. Is it non-periodic? Yes, it is not repeating. So in that sense, it is non-periodic. Is it deterministic? Yes, we can obtain the equation for x of t from -5 to -4, and we can obtain the equation for x of t from 4 to 5. Understand that? Okay, so it is deterministic also. It is non-periodic, deterministic. That's why it's an energy signal. Understand that? So let's write that in the solution. Everybody just copy it down fast. In the solution, let's say since x of t is non-periodic, deterministic, okay, it is energy signal. It is energy signal. Okay, and since it is energy signal, what is that we'll be finding out? We find out the energy. Okay, therefore energy is given by what? Continuous signal, continuous time signal. That's why it is integration. Okay, t ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity, we write, but we limit it to the range of the signal. What is the range of the signal? Range of the signal is -5 to +5. Okay, that we shall do in the next step. But to begin with, we have to write this equation: x squared t dt. This is energy. Okay, if this energy is divided by time, then it would become power, as you have seen in the previous problem. See here, without this 1 by t, see, it is energy. If you do 1 by t, then it becomes power. Okay, so if you divide the energy by time, it would be power. But since it's an energy signal, we have to find out the energy of it. Now, there are three parts. First, we should understand it ranges from, everybody, just see here, it ranges from t equal to -5 to +5. Okay, and we can split this into three parts now. Why three parts? From -5 to -4, it is one equation. From -4 to 4, it is one. From 4 to 5, it is another equation. So we need to split this into three parts. Okay. So let's take that now. E equal to integration -5 to -4, it is 1x of t, and from -4 to +4, it is another x of t, and from +4 to +5, it is another x of t. Now the task is to obtain the equation for x of t from -5 to -4 and from +4 to +5. Understand that? Okay, so I'll give you the line equation, fine, and just you have to know how to obtain it. Okay, so I'll just write that using line equation, x of t can be given as, I'm not doing it for you. Okay, so you obtain the equations yourselves. X of t equal to, it is 5 minus t for t greater than 4, less than 5. It is 1, or let's say it is 5 plus t. Let's say it is 5 plus t from -4 to, sorry, let's do this. Let's write the negative part first. Yeah, from -5 to, sorry, yeah, -5 to -4, it is 5 plus t, and it is 1 for t greater than -4 and less than 4. It is 5 minus t for t greater than 4, less than 5. And we have to write 0 otherwise or 0 elsewhere, because it's not a infinite length signal. So this is what we need to obtain. Okay, so if you obtain this, it would be easier for us to just substitute that here, but I have not done that here. Okay, using the line equation, you need to obtain this yourself. Okay, so you can call this as equation number 1, and just say this, substituting, everybody, substituting x of t in 1 implies energy E is equal to integration -5 to minus 4 it is what? 5 plus t squared dt plus from minus 4 to plus 4 it is 1 squared dt plus from plus 4 to plus 5 it is 5 minus t square with respect to t. So this is what the equation is. Okay, and just work out all this, okay, yourselves, and see, you should get your energy to be equal to 26 by 3 joules. You should not have any problem solving these integrations. Okay, so if you don't understand, talk to your friends and get to know how to integrate these. Fine. Integrate and apply the limits of integration and see that your energy for this particular signal is 26 by 3. Is that okay with you? Now let's take another problem. Okay, here what they've done is they have given us the equation of the signal. Okay, so everybody just copy this, the 7th one. X of n, so discrete time signal we have been given. X of n is n for n greater than or equal to 0 and for less than or equal to 5. Okay, and it is 10 minus n for n greater than 5. That means here equal to 5 is already been taken. Okay, so you need to take greater than 5 and less than or equal to 10. That means from 6 to 10 it is what? 10 minus n. From 0 to 5 it is n and 0 otherwise. So instead of giving the waveform, okay, they have given the equation directly. So what type of signal is this? Since it can be expressed mathematically, it is deterministic. And since the length of the signal is what? Finite. What is the range of the signal? Can anybody make out by seeing this? Can you tell me the range of this signal? From where to where this signal x of n exists? So it is n from 0 to 5 and it is 10 minus n from 6 to 10. So that means the range is 0 to 10. Okay, so it is finite range. So since it is length is finite, it cannot be periodic. Okay, so it can be non-periodic. So since it is non-periodic deterministic, it is energy signal. Is that okay with you, everybody? So let's write that in the solution. Everybody make it fast. Since x of n is what? Non-periodic deterministic. Non-periodic deterministic, it is energy signal. And since it is energy signal, we have to find out the energy. And since it is discrete time signal, the energy is given by summation n ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity x squared n. Understand that? Now, from where to where you need to see? From where to where the signal should go? Now, let's write that here. For n ranging from, everybody just see here, 0 to 5, say n greater than or equal to 5, equal to 0, less than n greater than or equal to 0. That means from 0 to 5, because equal to is there, right? From 0 to 5, it is n. Okay, so let's write that. From 0 to 5, it is n. So it is n square in the equation. Plus, now, next we need to take n ranging from where to where? So it is for n greater than 5. Here, for n greater than 5 means for n starting from 6. Here, for n starting from 6 to 10, it is 10 minus n whole square. So this is how the equation looks like. Get that point? Now, just split this equation or just expand this equation. Okay, and get the answer. From 0 to 5, it is n square. From 6 to 10, it is 10 minus n square. So let's expand this, fine, and see what our energy is going to be. Fine. So it is what? How can we write this? So it is 0 square plus 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. Okay. So it is one summation, the first summation. Find this summation, it is. Fine. Then plus what? 10 minus 6 squared plus 10 minus 7 squared plus 10 minus 8 squared plus 10 minus 9, and 10 minus 10 would be 0 squared. Okay, so it is for this summation. Get that point? Now, what would that be? Yeah. So what would that be? So this, if you just see that, if you do this summation, okay, you will get your energy to be equal to 85 joules, which is finite. Okay, and if we find out this energy is finite, okay, then we can easily say it's an energy signal. So the judgment that we gave initially is correct. It's a non-periodic determination, so it's an energy signal. So energy has to be finite. Understand that? So this is how we can do this problem. Now take this 8th problem, everybody. Copy down this. They again have given you what? An equation, x of n. Fine. This x of n is cos pi n. Okay, this is cos pi n for n ranging from this -4 to +4. For n ranging from -4 to +4, it is cos pi n, and it is 0 elsewhere. They can write elsewhere or they can write otherwise, whatever. You should understand that. Okay, so this is the signal. Now, can you give me the range of this signal? Anybody, can you tell me what is the range of this signal? Or tell me whether it is infinite length signal or a finite length signal. Anybody? Whether it's a infinite length signal or finite length signal. So from where to where it is existing? It is existing from -4 to 4. This is cos pi n, and it is 0 everywhere else. Okay, so in that sense, seeing the length of the signal, we can say it is non-periodic. Okay, and seeing the equation, we can say it is deterministic. So this is non-periodic deterministic signal. Understand that? So again, write that in the solution. X of n is non-periodic deterministic. Okay, so therefore X of n is energy signal. Fine, since it's an energy signal, let's calculate the energy. Okay, how to calculate the energy? Since it's discrete time signal, the energy has to be given as this x squared of n. Okay, so therefore energy is given by this. Fine. Now, what is cos pi n? We need to look at. What is cos pi n? We need to look at. What is cos pi n now? We have to see. Okay. So if you sketch this cos pi n, everybody just see. If you just sketch this cos pi n, okay. So for 0, what is it? Anybody? For 0, what is it? Can anybody tell me? Cos 0 is what? For n equal to 0, this cos pi n would be cos 0, and cos 0 is 1. Yes or no? So this is 1 at n equal to 0. At n equal to 1, at n equal to 1, what is it going to be? It is cos pi, and cos pi is -1. And at n equal to, so at n equal to 1, it is -1. At n equal to 2, it is again +1, because cos 2 pi, okay, is again 1. That means, see, for all odd numbered n's, it is -1, and for all even numbered ones, it is what? +1. Now, it is not only from 0 to 4, it is from what? -4 to 4. So this is -1, -2, -3, and -4. So seeing this, there are chances that you may what? Misunderstand this signal for periodic signal, because we have what? The repeating samples there. So can you tell me why this is not a periodic signal? Anybody? Why it is not a periodic signal?
It has finite length.
Very good. It has finite length. If this was happening for infinite number of times, okay, then I could have easily told that this is periodic, and the fundamental period would be 2 samples, because see, 1 minus 1. After this, again, the same type of samples would repeat. 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, that would do. If it is that is happening infinitely, then it is periodic. Since it is finite length, it is non-periodic. Now, how can I write this mathematically? Cos pi n is fine. Suppose cos pi n has to be expressed in another terms, in another term. How to do that? So we can say this is cos pi n is actually, see, -1 to the power n. Why it is -1 to the power n? Can you make out why it has to be -1 to the power n? For -1 to the power 0 is 1, -1 to the power 0 is 1, -1 to the power 1 is -1, -1 to the power 2 is +1. So if this n is even numbered, it is 1. If n is odd numbered, it is -1. That's why cos pi n can be written as -1 to the power n. Is that understood, everybody? Yes? Okay. So this much is something that one needs to understand to do this problem. It would be easier if you do this. Get that point? Now let's move forward. Fine. So this is summation n ranging from -4 to 4 cos square pi n, because it is x squared of n. And we have seen this cos pi n is actually what? Cos squared pi n is there, or cos pi n is -1 to the power n. Okay, since it is square is there, it becomes this. Or let me write that again once again. It's cos, yeah, it is this squared. So how to write this? -1 to the power 1 -1 to the power n squared can be written as this. Okay, so that is n ranging from -4 to +4. Fine, -1 to the power 2n. So this is how it becomes. Now we were doing this right earlier. What we were doing, we used to expand this. See here, we used to expand this, but it is not the if the number of samples are more and more, this becomes a tedious process. Understand that? That's why we need to express these summations in a standard form. Understand that? So we need to understand how to express this in the standard form. Fine. So, or let's say, instead of going from -4 to +4, let's go from 0 to 8. So how to do that? So let's adjust this properly. Now see, this can further be written as a summation n plus 4 equal to 0 to 4 -1 to the power 2n. Everybody understand this? -1 to the power 2n. Fine. Now, how did we write this n plus 4? Anybody? How did we write this as n plus 4? See here, it's -4 is there, right? -4 is there. So that 4 was taken onto the other side. Fine. Now, since it is taken onto the other side, it would become +4. Now, earlier it was starting from -4, so it was going till 4. How many samples are there? Can you make out? How many samples are there from -4 to 4? Anybody? How many samples are there from -4 to 4? There are
9 samples.
9 samples. And how many samples are there here now? Only 5, 0 to 4. So that should not happen. Here also I need to have 9 samples. Okay. So if you have to have 9 samples, okay, so what should this number be? What should be this upper limit here? Here we have -4 to 4, totally 9 samples. Here for these, for if it has to start from 0, what number should come here so that I can have 9 samples?
8.
8. So that care needs to be taken. Fine. Now I'm just showing you another way of dealing with this summation. Okay, so just put n plus 4 equal to m, which implies that n is m minus 4. N is what? If n plus 4 here, n plus 4, if we substitute as m, then this n can be written as m minus 4. There is an n here. Okay, so therefore I can write my energy to be equal to, see, summation. Instead of n plus 4, I'll write m. Okay, so it goes from 0 to 8 minus 1 to the power 2 into m minus 4. Because see, this n is m minus 4 now. Understand that? So how it would look like, everybody just see here. I'll do this and maybe we'll stop after this. So it's m equal to 0 to 8 minus 1 to the power 2m into minus 1 to the power what? Minus 8. Fine. What is minus 1 to the power minus 8? What is this? It is minus 1 to the power 8. Minus 1, or we can write this here. Everybody just see here. Minus 1 to the power minus 8 is 1 by minus 1 to the power 8. Yes or no? So this power which is minus 8 in the denominator, if you take that as in the numerator, it is in numerator, right? So if we take the whole term in the denominator, so this minus would become plus. And any minus 1 to the power, if it is even power, then it is 1. Okay, so this would become 1. This is 1. So you're left with this m ranging from 0 to 8. Okay, minus 1 to the power 2 m. Fine. And now what would this, just leave this and just see this, whether it is even power or odd power. It is even power because the power is multiplied by 2, right? So this is even power, and for all even powers this minus 1 would become plus 1. So minus 1 to the power even power would be plus 1. So this would actually reduce to, see here, this would actually reduce to m ranging from 0 to 8 into 1, because minus 1 to the power any even power is 1. So I can write this as 1. Now you will be adding this 1 how many number of times? 9 number of times. So it's as good as doing 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus, okay, 9 times. So what would that be? That would be 9. So energy of that signal is 9 joules. Is it okay with you? So this is how we can do this energy calculation or deal with this summation. So if you don't want to do all this, you can here itself you can just expand this. If n is minus 4 watt, if n is plus 4 watt, okay, and since there is square, it is actually minus 4 to 4, and you have what, minus 1 here, and to the power whatever it is you have square. Okay, so any minus 1 to the power anything is minus 1. If it is odd number, let that be minus 1, and to the square, and square of that would give you plus 1. So you're adding plus 1 9 number of times. Here itself we can understand that. Okay, or else this is another way of dealing with it. I gave you this because we'll be using such method for calculation of energy and power in the coming problems. Okay, just get used to it. We'll solve more problems like this. You will understand it better then. Fine with that.